M0FXB Hamtech, welcome to my channel. With the new Kenwood D75 coming out, I thought I'd dig out my 74 and look at the RT Systems software. So let's have a quick look. We'll open up the software. On the actual radio that you can see here on the left, we've plugged into the USB connector on the right hand side. I've got a very small adapter there that allows me to use USB-C, which works great, and they're about a $5 for 4 on Amazon. I highly recommend you get a handful of them. It makes life so much easier. The other thing I've done is gone into menu and then go across to settings, and what I do, just to make sure, I go down to interface, press enter, so your interface, and see the way at the top here, USB function output. I selected COM/AF, IF output, and then go down to the next one. Now here you can select Bluetooth, but if you press enter, you've got USB or Bluetooth. If you do select Bluetooth, it does work. I find Bluetooth connecting to my PC is temperamental, but once you've got a connection to your PC via Bluetooth, then you get Bluetooth COM ports come up. So if I right click here and go device manager, double click here, when I turn on Bluetooth, these come to life. So you've got COM32, COM33, and they work well with Bluetooth. I use the top one, 32, but at the moment we're using USB cable, and you can see there's a connection, D74, COM17, and RT Systems, I think, finds it automatically, but you can set it. But right now, we're going to use the USB connection, which is definitely the most reliable. You can actually put it into mass storage mode. I will show you that. Go back one a minute, go menu, settings, interface, and then see the top one. Let's go up to USB function. If you press and select mass storage, then it will literally just connect to your SD card, and that's similar but different. But we're not using that system now, we're using the COM port, so we're just going to read in the old-fashioned way. With the top knob, just scroll down to take it down, or go down with the arrow, and then just I change everything to USB. That's how I do it. USB, everything, and that way I know it's in USB. It's probably the bottom one that matters, DV/DVR, but I change it all just to make sure. If you were in Bluetooth mode, one thing to remember is when you're in DR mode, press F digital, and you have to go along here and see where it says voice data. You have to select data, and I think that's what sends out the Bluetooth, but I'm going to test that. But we don't need that now. We'll just go menu, go back to that menu, and just select it. When you select it, it's either on or off, and it says it on the screen. But right now we're in USB mode. You can see that there it is showing we've got an SD card. So let's just read from the radio. I'll try and do it without selecting a COM port. So we'll go communications. We know the cable's connected. Get data from radio is the top one if it's going to be cable. Look, if you go further down, you've got read data, and there's COM set up there. Pretty sure we saw that it was 17, so we may as well select that. Click OK, and there's a shortcut to device manager there as well, which is quite handy. Push that and it opens up that. I'm going to click OK, and then we're going to go get data from radio, which we've already done. That's why you can see. Click OK again. I wouldn't say it's super fast. Bit of a delay, and then you can see it reading. It's a couple of minutes, just long enough to go and grab a cup of coffee. Right, that's read. And then you might ask the question, why use RT Systems? Well, I think it's because you can copy and paste between the different programs. So if you've got a Kenwood or a Yaesu, you can copy and paste, and it will all swap around. And it is a very user-friendly interface once you get used to it. I'm not used to it. I'm new to it. But anyway, let's just get on and have a look at these tabs. So every time you read from your Kenwood, you get a new tab appear. I've noticed that with RT Systems. These are just my memory channels that I've added, as you can see. And to create a new memory channel, we just tap here, start to type the frequency. So we just go 145.750 GB3BC. It puts the shift in for you, and that's another good thing about RT systems. It starts to add things for you. It's quite intuitive. And then we're going to name it. So that's GB3 B3BC. And tone, yes, we're going to need a tone there, and it's 94.8. That's all. We don't need the receive. We could choose DR. You know, we could put in, if I put here 4 through 3 dot, I know it's already duplicated at the top. That's my hotspot. You do need a 0 shift for that. So what you would do is you're going to put minus all plus, because for some reason with you actually need 0. Will it let me do that? That's an interesting one, because let's try DV. I've not tried DV before, you see. The whole system of D-Star was created for repeaters, so you need a 0 shift. Now possibly it automatically will add your, if you look at the very top here, and I'll show you this section in a minute, it adds your repeater 1, repeater 2 for you, and we'll show you that in a minute because we'll get to that soon. So offset frequency, I would say that to work it would need to be 0. So, but anyway, we'll leave it there like that for now. Looking further, so you get how they just add a repeater. Let's start to look at some of these tabs. Let's look at external is the good one. File, external data. So go file, external data. Let's go to repeater book search. We'll click that. The RFinder one's actually really good. But anyway, repeater book search. And we've got the search here. And let's just go. Let's do London. Let's imagine we've flown to London, UK. Okay. And at the moment it's selected for all bands, or you can unselect. And then just go, let's go 2 meters and 70. We don't really want D-Star and all that. We can deselect that afterwards. Click OK, and it's going to do a search, and it opens a new tab. And at this point, you can actually start to select and unselect items, because you notice there's quite a few DMR ones here. So if you go to the bottom of the screen, you can start to unselect things. So if we click here at the bottom, it says select bands, we can undo DMR and Yaesu, because we don't need that. And we start to get a file that's going to be more useful to us. It says here repeater notes, and look, city, call sign, state. We'll leave it where it is. Now it won't just send that to your radio. Click create file for D74 at the bottom left there, and it opens a new tab, and we can select this and then start adding it to our original file, which I would say is this one now. This one here we don't really need, so we can get rid of that one. So let's go back to the file we've just made. We're gonna click at the number 19 here, and then we're gonna hold our finger on our left mouse. I know there's copy and paste, but this is how I do it. Right click, copy. Now you can see there, you can go Control C for copy and Control V for paste, but I just do it this way. And you can cut it as well. So I'm going to go copy, and then we go back to our main. This is what's going to be sent to the radio. We're going to click at the bottom here, and we're going to right click, paste, and it's going to add all those channels. And then if we want, we can just send them to the radio. Okay, and we can actually close the other windows. You know, we don't need these windows here. We can close that. No, close this one as well. But we've got our one here that we want to use. You know, I'll just send it to the radio just to show you how. So you just go send data to radio, click OK, and then give it a couple of minutes, and that will go to your radio. Right, we're there. The radio reboots. Now remember the D74, 75, it has everything. GPS, Bluetooth, VHF, UHF, airband, marine band, HF bands, CW. It just does everything. APRS. This is the newer one, DigiPeter. It uses a PA7 LIM's program called DV Connect to connect to reflectors. You don't need a hotspot. You literally don't. And it will do it via Bluetooth. So this is a fantastic radio. But anyway, we go to the top here. Click D star. Let's do the first one. Show D star columns. Have a look at what we got here. So that's just, as far as I can see, that's just showing my normal memory channels. Let's go D star. Let's go to digital D star settings. Now here, I think we can, in the description, I am going to add all the downloads for the D75 and the D74 is just underneath, because you're going to need the repeater list. Although saying that, the radios do come preloaded with the repeater list, but there may be an updated one. Also, you've got your frequency control program, which is pretty cool. You've got the whole screen of your PC running the radio, and it works really well, and it works via Bluetooth. So I'll add that, and then you've got the Kenwood version of software, which is good. It's good. It's like any software, you need to learn it. So if we look here again, we got our call sign. You do need your call sign to use D star. It's really important. So that's there under M01, and it's been selected here as the sort of default one that it's going to use. Now, I've noticed that this is blank at the moment. I'd expect this to be filled with all the reflectors. Not sure why they're not in there. And then on the left here, we've got messages, so we can have messages as a number. Then you select the number you want to send. So I could just go, for example, Southwest UK, and then I could put underneath that Kenwood D74, and if I want, I could put underneath that Ham Tech YouTube, and so on. That's your messages. Click OK, and it saves them. Let's go back to the top here, D star. And what we're going to try and do is going to just try and import something and see if it works. So I've got the repeater list downloaded. So I'm just going to go File, Import. I just put it in my Downloads folder. This is the latest one, KWD2024. I'm going to click it and then I'm just going to let this happen, because I've not done this before on RT systems. And I'm just going to, as you can see, there are many columns. I'm just going to do it because more channels select than available, so it's not going to let me choose everything. But anyway, it's all there, and a lot of it isn't my area of the world. So that did go in. That's interesting. Let's just go to D star. See if it's all in there. It's still not in there, is it? Still not brought it here. So I'm going to have to learn that. Let's go down to the next one, digital calculator, which is, I'll just show you that again. I noticed that all the reflectors are here. So let's just go to D star calculator. Now I'm not asking you to do it the way I do it. Remember, I'm teaching myself here. So that's pretty much what's going on. I'm learning in front of you, but it is fun. So look, I've already started selecting one here. So at the top, you've got source repeater ticked, and then United Kingdom, England, choose your part of the world, Bath, and then it knows the call signs that are available, GB7, SW there, and even the frequency. You can put in a call sign here. I did do the hotspot setup thing, just put in my details, and I ticked complete that. And you can sort of start ticking things and apply. Call sign routing, not done that. I'm still going to send all this to my radio just for fun. And that because I can reset it. We talked about menu settings, bank settings. Just going to click yes. You can set all your APRS preferences there. Grid display, memory channel fonts. There's a lot of customization as well on what you're seeing. Click OK. So check it out. Getting started info, memory channels. What's that? Yeah, so there's a big help menu. Checking for updates. Let's do that. No, we're all up to date. We've got some smaller photographs here. You can print, copy, paste. A lot of barking going on outside with my dog. So I think that's enough for now. It's definitely an Andreas learning video. Hopefully you'll get a few tips from that. I'm going to send it to my radio. Many people that are buying the 75 will want to learn the RT Systems method. I think that some people, they buy a radio and the first thing they do is buy RT Systems. The D74 software is good. Let me see if I can just fire that up just at the end, and then we'll call it a day. So here we are at the Kenwood software, which is still fantastic. I mean, let's read from the radio, see what happens. Read from transceiver, read. Remember, it was COM port 17. But yeah, it seems to have known that. So let's read it and have a look around it as well. We are getting there. I wouldn't say it's super fast, but we did load all that stuff to the device. Right, we're all done. Click OK. I'm just going to agree to everything. As you can see, it's asking me, oh, it's got all those things. So we'll just agree to all that, and then we'll probably reset the radio anyway. In the end, I did reset it, just so I could have a quick look. There's your memory channels, which at the moment are blank. Just quickly flicking through, repeater list. See if it shows that. It does. Call sign, menu. So, of course, I made a backup. GPS. Read and write. Setup for your COM port. There it is there. We're going to try Bluetooth in a sec. Just see if it works. I've got it in pairing mode, and it's one of those things where it will work, but you just got to keep trying. You know, if you just go add device on my PC, Bluetooth, and on the radio, go menu, go to Bluetooth, make sure it's on. Now, nothing's selected there. We'll do device search, and it does find my PC eventually, but then it just doesn't connect. But I found that there it is there, that's my PC. And then so what you do, you go out, I've got this before, turn it on and off, that kind of thing, and eventually it connects. And I put it right next to the Bluetooth adapter. Let's see if it connects, and that looks like it is going to connect. I'm going to click OK. It says pairing completed. So that's one part done. Now let's see if we can read it. So if we go right click device manager, it's quite faffy. I mean, to be honest, the quickest way is the SD card, if you ask me. But anyway, ports, and it's 32 or 33 for Bluetooth. So we're going to go setup, COM port, 32, close, and then we're going to try and read. Read data, read. So, and I know that it's worked in the past. You can see it's failing there. Now, to me, the Bluetooth emblem is showing on the radio, but it's not blue, and I think it needs to go blue to be properly paired. But I have had this working in the past. So that'll do for now. Thanks for watching my channel. I mean, all this software, there's massive learning to be done, as you can see, and I just touched the, haven't even touched the tip of it. Repeater list. Because these are very sophisticated radios, but you can completely set up your APRS, everything, using this software. Look, as APRS settings. I haven't got anything in there at all at the moment. So thanks for watching my YouTube channel. Hopefully I've got a file that I can go File, Open. Of course you can save and open files, and see if I can find an old D74 file somewhere. And it's looks like a data file, doesn't it? I've saved somewhere on my desktop, and I can just bring it in. Or I can just borrow a friend's. My friend M6LSJ will send me his file. Thanks for watching my YouTube channel. Bye for now. 7-3.